There is a secret to reinventing yourself successfully, no matter what your age or what area of life you want to reinvent. I want to give you this reinventing secret. How's it going, reinventors? My name is Amelia Sims. This is Reinventing You, the channel where you can be inspired to take your own reinventing journey so that you can live a life of joy, fulfillment, and purpose. I post twice a week, and if you have not subscribed, please do that today. And I have something new that I want you to do. I want you to share this video. If you'll go to the button below and click on that link and share it, for those people you know would appreciate this video. The one thing that will help you to reinvent yourself successfully, no matter what part of your life that you're reinventing, is this: sleep. Yes, I said sleep. I want you to be successful in your reinventing journey. I want you, no matter what your age, to be able to reinvent yourself. I want you, no matter what part of life you're reinventing, to be successful in your reinventing process. And in order to do this, you have got to get your sleep. Yes, get better sleep. Get more sleep, and you will be able to make those major changes that you have been dreaming about. Ha ha ha. Almost 2 years ago, I read a book on sleep, and I was so impressed with it, and it affected my own reinventing journey that I did a video on that. You'll see that video here. You can also go above in the link and also in the descriptions to watch that video as well. One of the things that I basically did in the video was review the book and use the 20 ways you can improve your sleep, and talked about how I was incorporating those in my own sleep life. And I can tell you today that having better sleep does make you more successful in several areas of your life. I cannot begin to tell you how much better I feel when I get my appropriate amount of sleep and get better sleep. Now, an appropriate amount of sleep can be different for everyone. On the average, I think most people should get at least 6 hours, if not more. Closer to 8 hours, I think the better off you are. But you're like, well, how do I figure out how much sleep I need to get? Take a typical week, not one where you're getting 3 and 4 hours of sleep. Say you get 6 hours of sleep a night. And then on the weekend, let yourself sleep late. See how many hours that you tend to do, like on a Saturday morning or Friday night, Saturday morning. Same with the next night. And then do it again and see, maybe try to increase your sleep during the week for the next week, and then see how late you sleep. I think you'll get a better idea of how much sleep that you really need. The main thing is you need to go to bed in a timely manner. Now, I can hear you right now. You're probably saying, but Amelia, I'm doing perfectly fine on the amount of sleep that I get. I don't need to make any changes. But are you really doing that well on the amount of sleep that you get? How much caffeine are you having to consume during the day to keep going? And I don't mean just when you get up. And speaking of when you get up, are you really able to jump out of bed, or are you hitting that snooze button 3 or 4 times? Or does your spouse get out of bed and you're just sitting there, I should get out of bed someday? Are you having to take a shower to wake up, or do some kind of stretching or exercising to wake up? Is it just taking you forever to really get going in the morning? And if that's the case, you're not getting enough sleep. And are you just tired? Are you irritable? You have a bad attitude? Are you unable to concentrate? Can you not remember things? And I know we all walk in the other room and think, what did I come in here for? But I'm talking about serious concentration. Are you driving and feeling sleepy? All of those things are kind of your body's warning signs to say, hey, I need more sleep. And I think most of us do underestimate how much sleep we really need. A couple of days ago, I had a birthday, and my family gave me some presents, one of which was a set of lights. I'm so excited. I wanted to put them up for today's video. I just didn't have time. So I thought maybe you would like to see the unveiling of the lights and see me put them up and trying to figure out how they work. So let's check it out. I always wondered how photographers or where photographers got those white umbrellas. Now we know that they have to come with a special kit, but I better get back to it because for one thing, my cat Clovis has already got a piece of plastic and playing with it. One of the things our bodies really love is habits, bad habits, good habits. Our bodies just kind of fall into habits. And one of the things that we really can do to help our sleep is to have good sleep habits. That is, go to bed at the same time, wake up at the same time. And I do realize that I personally fight going to bed at night. And I know there's a reason for it. And I really didn't think about it. I kind of knew what it was, but I really didn't think about it until I was reading a book by Gretchen Rubin called Better Than Before, which examines our habits, how we can have better habits and how they kind of affect our whole lives. And one of the things that she talks about is the 4 foundations, and sleep is one of them. The other one is what you ingest, food and drink, amount of clutter that you have in your life, and how much you move. When she's talking about that, she's talking about getting better sleep, and a lot of people resist going to bed earlier because they said it cuts into my me time. That is, we are so busy in our lives and we have so much going on that a lot of us take those maybe 1 to 2 hours at night, maybe from 9 to 11, from 10 to midnight, whatever they are. That's the time for us to do our own thing. We've answered all of the emails, we've done all our household chores, we've spent time with our children or parents. But this is the time where we talk with our spouse. This is the time we binge watch. This is the time we read. This is the time we watch YouTube videos. This is me time for a lot of us. And if we cut that out, then when do we have time to relax? What are we supposed to do about that? Do you need more or better sleep? In the comments below, put Z, that is some Z's, so that I know you're thinking about your sleep as well. So if sleep, high quality sleep, enough sleep is the secret to reinventing yourself, how do you make that happen? Well, the first thing I suggest is trying to find out more information from Shawn Stevenson. Now, Shawn Stevenson wrote the book called Sleep Smarter. That's the book that I talk about in my video that I've done. I also have a link above if you want to check out a little bit more of a synopsis of the book that's here on YouTube. Or even go to Shawn's podcast, which is called The Model Health Show. It's also here on YouTube. I suggest finding out more. Why is it important to get our sleep? What are the hours of the night? Like, for instance, I talk about the me time and cutting into your me time and getting to bed earlier. One of the things that Shawn says is the hours between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. are when you're going to get your best sleep. That's when your body is going to get your deepest sleep that you really need. And if you're staying up to midnight or 1, you cut out a great deal, a big chunk of that. So what do? Maybe you have to get up earlier and have some me time in the morning. Maybe you need to schedule me time sometime during the day. Or, like Mel Robbins suggests, maybe you need to have a cutoff point. That is, if you are working a 9 to 5 job, when it gets to be 5 o'clock, you're off the clock. Now, some of us have had jobs where we stayed and all that kind of stuff and kept working, but you know that is really your cutoff time. And you have got to do that. You've got to say, by 8 o'clock, I've got to have, that's it. I'm not going to check any more emails. I'm not going to do any more household chores. If it doesn't get done by then, it's not going to get done. You might surprise yourself if you have that cutoff. You may work harder and get more done just so you can reach that time. And then you have a couple of hours to spend on yourself, to relax, to have some time, quality time with your spouse. And you're probably saying, oh, wait a minute, Amelia, I take care of my elderly parent and I don't have that luxury of just cutting off. Well, when your elderly parent maybe is watching TV, they watch Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, during that time, you can take a bubble bath or meditate or spend some time talking with your friends on FaceTime. Have that time as your me time. Reschedule your schedule. You're in charge. You are an adult. You can make these decisions. Part of being an adult is trying to figure out how to take care of yourself. Let me tell you, if you reschedule your me time, you're getting enough sleep, you're going to be able to take care and have more energy to take care of those around you, like an elderly parent or a child or a spouse or a grandchild or just your life. You're going to be able to be more successful in reinventing yourself if you're getting your sleep. But you have got to set those boundaries. You have got to set that sleep schedule for your benefit. So has this helped me in my own reinventing journey? Well, this is a big yes. One of the things that I had to do in the whole process is I had to figure out, okay, I'm cutting into my me time by going to bed early. And there are a couple of issues going on, one of which was the problem with on my Kindle or on my computer that my dopamine levels were being raised. And so it prevented me from really relaxing and going to sleep. And also, one of the things I had to do is change my routine and getting ready for bed. I felt like I was taking twice as long to get ready for bed as my husband. I know this sounds really silly, but I stopped flossing at night. I now floss in the morning. You know, I grew up thinking you had to floss at night, but I had a hygienist who said, it doesn't matter when you floss, as long as you floss. And so I said, okay, I'll floss my teeth in the morning. And that has helped so much. I am actually more aware in the morning and, you know, really focused on my teeth. And at night, I'm just trying to get done. That has helped me. Another thing that I have done is to stop washing clothes at night. And what happened was, especially when I was working, I would throw in a load of clothes about supper time. Then about 2 hours later, I would say, oh, I've got clothes in the wash. I'd throw them in the dryer. Then I've got another load to wash. And so I was up folding clothes and putting them away and listening to the dryer and laying in bed. That had to stop. And I just have learned some different ways to do clothes. And one of the things I just have to put in my schedule. I did it today. I said, okay, I've got to wash clothes. I can't do it during my video, but I don't want to wait till nighttime. So finding a time during the day to do clothes so that I'm done has made a huge impact. Find those things in your life that you can change so that you can be successful in your reinventing process. Does this sound doable for you? If you think that you can do this, please comment below. Or if you've already changed your sleep habits and it has impacted your life in some way, please also put that in the comments as well. I want to hear from you. As always, you know the drill. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I want you to share this video. Go now below. There's a share button right next to the thumb up and the thumb down. Click on that and it will give you a link that you can take on social media, you can copy, you can send on an email or a text. Share this video with somebody that you think would appreciate learning more about sleep and how it can lead to a successful reinventing process. Check out these videos and have a great one.